Morning, friends. Unfortunately, today is not a better day than yesterday. Probably won't film much today. I'm gonna try to eat something, see if maybe for some odd reason that will help. Man, I wish I could just share with somebody. Anyway, I did shoot a few clips out in the garden yesterday after I ended the last video, and I'll share those with you now. Letting these big cucumbers go to seed so I can replant the same in my garden next year. Because supposedly, if you do that, if a plant grows well in your area, it does well in your garden, and then you save the seed from that plant, the next, the DNA from the next generation, or whatever, however it works, is already adapted to your garden, your area. And then save the seeds again, and it just starts to improve more and more every year. So that's the plan for pretty much all my plants out here that do well. I'm going to save all the seeds, plant them again. Look at my rosemary, still doing good. Thank you guys so much who helped me figure this out. I love just brushing against this when I walk by it. It smells so good. I love that. I love the way herbs smell in general. Oregano. It's not got diseased yet. Part of this thyme did kind of die off. It's okay. It looks good overall. Look at all the eggplant. Look at all the eggplant. I mean, and there's more behind me. Remind me next year that I don't need 8 eggplants. Also, you guys, the first corn I picked from here was really sweet. Of course, I ate it raw. The last couple corn that you guys have seen me harvest just was either immature or I messed up by planting different kinds together. I thought I had only planted all sweet corn, but one of the corns I planted was Silver Queen, and I'm not absolutely positive that that's a sweet corn because the last, I don't know, 6 or 8 corn were not sweet. Like, they almost had no flavor. So is that a cross-pollination issue, or is that just because they were picked too early? I don't know, you guys are gonna have to help me figure this one out. If you haven't learned yet, this is not a channel you come to learn how to garden. What I mean is I can't teach you to garden because I'm still learning, but we can definitely learn together. We've had a decent amount of rain over the last couple days. It hasn't been heavy rain, not like huge downpours, just a light, consistent rain, which is really good because I was worrying about my garden. I can't get the water hose through there anymore. I used to be able to snake it through when the plants were small, but now that they're bigger, I risk damaging them. So, and I like to water at the base. I could just spray overhead, but I try to water at the base. So I prayed for rain, and the Lord sent me some rain, so I'm thankful for that. This greenhouse is not going to get dealt with until next year. Decided to try my hand at muffins made from scratch. I've got plain, but it actually has a little bit of strawberry syrup from the strawberries I made yesterday. Peanut butter with peanut butter chocolate chips. This one is just chocolate chips, and then all 3 of these are peanut butter and chocolate chips. I've never done this before, and I don't know if you can just add things into a recipe. I pulled a recipe, just a generic homemade muffin base off the internet. I was just gonna do them plain, but I didn't really want them just plain, so I added just a little bit of peanut butter into those and a little bit of the syrup into the other ones, and I hope it doesn't really change like the way that they bake. I guess we'll see when they come out.
Back out. You can't handle your game. It's not a game. That's your first mistake. You just pushed my competitive button, and now it's on. I'd be frightened if you were wearing any weapons. Miss Tucker, I am so sorry to have exposed you to these juvenile antics.
Wow. I think he's rather adorable.
So is a given. Have you ever tried to eat with one?
Here are my muffins. They're done, and they've been cooling now for probably over an hour. Because I have a propane oven, I've got to cook on lower heat than what is required in the recipe because the bottoms will burn, because this basically just sits right above the flame. So always have to turn it down a little less, and then the tops don't get golden like they're supposed to. So I just used a torch to try to make them look the golden brown color, because if I keep them on there till they actually get golden brown, the bottoms will be burnt and they're ruined, in my opinion. I've been working on my blanket today. Much else that I seem to have the motivation or energy to do, and watching this TV show that I'm obsessed with right now. That's Psych, and it's not a show I ever thought I would watch. I saw it a couple times in passing, and I didn't think it was something I'd be interested in, but this is probably the 4th time I'm watching the entire series all the way through. I've got 3 TV shows that I watch. That's it. I think it drives my boyfriend crazy, because he does not enjoy these TV shows as much as I do. And I'm not sure that, I don't know why I keep watching them over and over again. They're just like my comfort items right now. I don't know. I say right now, it's really been the last year or more, maybe, I don't know. Modern Family, Schitt's Creek, and now Psych. They're on repeat. They're what's on in the background when I'm cooking or cleaning, or when we're just sitting in the house with nothing to do. And some days I feel like if I don't get my dose, I'm not okay. What is wrong with me? Anyway, I'm gonna go back to crocheting and waiting for my boyfriend to get home, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.